Hey there everybody, it's me, scratchU8. For those of you coming from my actual YouTube channel, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, so this video isn't for you, but if you come from my Scratch account, which I'm assuming like 90% of you do, then this video is for you, and I'm gonna talk a little more about my Scratch account because I feel like maybe I left without enough explanation about some things. I don't know. I just feel like I should talk about it more. Oh god, I have a headache. Why do I have a headache? I didn't even do anything today. Alright, first things first. What's the deal with my test account? I said that I'd be uploading unfinished projects, and after I upload all those, I'd be making a project explaining the entire backstory, and I never did. So what's the deal with that? I don't know. Along the line, I just kind of forgot about it, and that's not something that I'm proud of. So I do plan on continuing uploading unfinished projects until I get to basically all the unfinished projects that I have, so that I can finally explain what the deal with the entire backstory is, and that'll explain everything in the backstory projects, the ending to Mr. Man guy. No spoilers on that though. And just everything. What's the real reason I left? I mean, there really is no real reason. I kind of explained it in the last project, but let me go a bit more in depth about what I mean. It's just cause, well, yeah, I have no motivation about it, but Scratch doesn't benefit me. Like, as I get older, I have less drive to create projects, and I have no reason to have a drive. I mean, Scratch is a hobby, alright? Essentially, it's just a hobby that you like doing, and that's fine. But as time goes on, I have less and less time and motivation for said hobby. And when I'm an adult, which is going to happen very soon, and I don't know, I'll just have no reason to keep going with Scratch because I haven't had motivation to drive for a while now, but I only kept going because I'm scratchU8. But the entire time I always felt, I can't do this, I gotta stop, or else I won't have fun with it anymore. So I did stop. Like, Scratch is not a job. You can't get money from Scratch, and I'd love to get money from Scratch. I don't mean to be greedy or anything. I don't want to say that I'm not doing Scratch anymore because I'm not getting money, because it's not that. And Scratch, whatever, is a hobby, and I get it. I respect Scratch, and I respect, but like, it's just not something that, I don't know, I can't describe it, I can't put it into words. Like, when I'm an adult, what would be my reason for keeping with Scratch if I don't find it fun, or if I don't have motivation for it anymore? I can't make a job out of it, it just sucks out free time that I have. So, why would I want to keep doing it, Like, at least with YouTube, you can make money off of it. And again, I don't like saying that because it really does come off as I'm greedy. I'm not greedy. I don't really care if I get money from Scratch or not because Scratch is fun, and that's all it ever will be to me. But that's just it. It's just fun. And if it's not fun, then I have no reason to be on Scratch, People are always like, haha, scratchU8, you left Scratch because you're finally realizing how bad it is, right? The community sucks, right? No, that's not why I left. I've had a pretty pleasant time with Scratch, and yeah, a lot of things could be handled better, but I don't dislike it by any means. I don't dislike the people, and Scratch has like a lot of freaking elementary school and middle schoolers on there because that's what it's made for. So what do you expect, right? I don't mean that as an insult, but I don't know. I'm happy that Scratch is made for kids because there's not a lot of stuff out there that's made primarily for kids. So anyway, I've talked enough about this. What happened to my Ask account? Yeah, I had an Ask scratchU8 account. Does anyone remember that? Haha, yeah, that kind of died after like a year. Kind of the same reason as why I left Scratch. I didn't have enough motivation for it. But I do kind of want to continue, like, a few more, like a bit more. I want to, I don't know if I actually will, but what happened to scratchU8 Plays a Scratch project? I already made a YouTube video talking about this. I didn't like how long the episodes were getting, and sure, I could cut the requests into 2 videos, but then the requests would start piling up and I'd have to ignore some, and then people would start getting mad at me, and then that's just not something that I wanted to deal with. Maybe I'll make like a one last episode Because I've been thinking about that for a while, and I wanted to make it a live stream, but I don't have the privacy to make a live stream without interruptions, so that's never going to come to be. But maybe one last scratchU8 plays whenever I feel like it, but don't count on it. Please don't start requesting scratch projects. Please, if I do, I'll tell you. I'll tell you if I make another one, but until then, don't do anything. How did I get so popular? I don't know. I didn't do anything to make myself popular. I just did whatever I found fun. I think my first instance of being popular was way back, like a year after I made my account or something. I made the project The Endless Checkerboard, and that got pretty popular. I don't know. And then basically my second popular project was How Not to Get Luigi in Super Mario 64, and I think that was the first project that I ever got on the front page. So I was like, holy cow, can't say the other C word because you can't say that on Scratch, or won't say that here. Holy cow, a project of mine got on the front page, and then I guess it just kind of escalated from there. I don't know. I like to think that it's just because I'm a Scratch veteran. I was on at like the mid Scratch 1.4 days, so I had a lot of time to build up my following, so I guess that's just why I got so popular. I don't know. Do I have any advice? No, I don't. Sorry. Just don't make bad projects. But I mean, I guess you can also make bad projects too, as long as they're funny. Do you plan on doing anything else with the scratchU8 characters or the concept? No, not really, no. Because scratchU8 and the entire cast of characters, they're all just recolors. And I'm not proud of recolors anymore. I mean, I wasn't really proud of them in the first place. But I mean, as time went on, I got less and less happy with the scratchU8 character, but I couldn't just change my mascot out of nowhere. As for the concept, and by concept I mean like the backstory, everything, all that lore surrounding them, I don't know about that either. I do and I don't like that. I do actually like how, like, the backstory, I think it can be fun to think about it and try to figure everything out about the backstory, because there's, I think that part's pretty well thought out. I like that part, but I don't like the actual concept itself. scratchU8 getting into a coma. Because in this day and age, it's kind of cliche, with all the creepypastas being like, what if this character from this piece of media was actually in a coma and nothing's actually real? I don't feel like it had as much originality as it did whenever I made it, which was like, what, 2011, 2012, 2013, I don't know. So I probably won't be continuing that story anymore either. Had you not left, did you have any more plans? Not specific plans, no. I mean, I did have this one plan for this one project about Tonic and Chase. I know those are people that I constantly mention, but never actually show. So I wanted to make a project about them, but I left, so I never made it. Which, is fine in my book, because the plans I had would be about as ambitious as scratchU8 Generations. So, nah. But other than that, no specific plans. Will you ever come back to Scratch? Probably not. No. If I did, then it would be under a completely new account, because I want to keep scratchU8, like the actual account, at exactly 800 projects. Because I like where I left the actual account off. I think it ended just how I wanted to, at exactly 800 projects, at exactly Backstory Part 4, at exactly everything being tied up. It ended exactly how I wanted it to, and if I did come back, I wouldn't want to tamper with that or change that, because I don't feel like my ending would be as, I don't want to change that. I want it to be, when I leave, I'm gone, alright? I don't want to be Siva Gunner, or Giva Sunner, I don't freaking know. Now that you're not on Scratch, where can I find you, and what do you plan on doing? Let's see. I'm not on Tumblr anymore, I don't have a Twitter anymore, I don't play Roblox or Minecraft anymore, so yeah, YouTube's pretty much the only other place you can find me. As for what I plan on doing, I have no idea. I don't even know what I want to do with my YouTube account. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this around for very long anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I should stop this before it gets too personal. So now just some, smaller questions you might have about my account. For example, what made me switch from bitmap to... bleh. What made me switch from bitmap to vector? Vector is just easier to animate in. I mean, sure, it sucks to actually draw in, but vector A looks nice, and B, you can just easily rotate limbs, and it's really fun and easy to animate in. So you can stop looking at that one YouTube video I made from 2014 and still trying to teach me how to use vector. Like, listen, I know how to use vector now, guys. You don't need to keep telling me how to use vector. I did want to keep with bitmap for the longest time just for integrity's sake, because I feel like it's bitmap and vector is kind of the difference between animating in Flash and hand-drawn animation, like the kind of equivalent to that for Scratch. But I mean, I don't know. At one point I was like, it's Scratch, who cares? I'm gonna animate in vector, who cares? What brought about scratchU8's redesign? Like I said before, I'm not proud of recolors anymore, so I changed stuff, like his hat, and his shirt, and his overalls, kinda. So, yeah, that's it. What happened to send Kick Do Head Honcho 2? I don't know, okay? I didn't touch that project. I did not touch that project ever since I uploaded it, and then suddenly, it's not working. See, that's a problem with Scratch itself, not me. So I don't know how to fix it even if I tried, but I don't want to touch that project in worries that I might mess it up even more. Okay? That is not my fault, that is Scratch's fault. I don't know how to fix it. What happened to Antmatronte Outlook? So for those of you who don't follow my Twitter, you might find it weird that all of a sudden Antmatronte Outlook turned into like a really on-the-nose, kid-friendly game. So here's the story behind that. Sometime after I uploaded 800 projects, Antmatronte Outlook got flagged and taken down because it was too inappropriate for some reason. Like, I don't know why. That made me kind of mad because it was literally just a title screen and everything else was just an April Fool's project. So I don't know what was so bad about it that it managed to got taken down. But I think, alright, Scratch, you want me to make this kid-friendly? I will. And then I made it, like, way too overly kid-friendly and unable to be flagged. Unfortunately, when I re-uploaded it, it made it my most recent project in front of Backstory Part 4. So, that was fun. To get all my projects back in the right order, I had to unshare all the projects past Antmatronte Outlook, re-upload Antmatronte Outlook, and then re-upload all the other projects past Antmatronte Outlook again, which is why a lot of my recent projects have modified some date. I don't know, but that's why, that's why all my projects have modified at a certain date. I don't remember which. What's the deal with the Ohide projects? Alright, cringy, like 2013 name aside, this is something that people have been wondering for a while. For those of you who don't know, the Ohide projects... Okay, here's the deal with the Ohide projects. There's two of them. One with an E at the end, and one without an E at the end. And they're exactly the same. They're the exact same project. Except they both feature my modern redesign, and the one that was uploaded first shows my modern redesign in the time before he was redesigned. So people are like, what the heck? He didn't have this redesign yet. Why? What happened? Well, I'll tell you. See, the second Ohide project was uploaded during the 1.4 days, and back then, when you uploaded a project with the same name as a previous project, it would take the place, it would replace that previous project. And I accidentally set the name to that previous project, so it replaced the older project, which is why it has my modern redesign in a time before I actually had it. So I was like, oh shoot, I accidentally replaced an old project of mine, so I still re-uploaded the project just with an E at the end. And that's the story. What happened to... Alright, listen, a lot of projects of mine are broken, I get it. Most of the time I didn't do it, but sometimes it was because it did something to the projects that Scratch decided to save, even when I specifically told it not to. Scratch does not like old projects. I don't know what to say. What did Sonic say in Sonic.avi? Hear the lyrics, leave me alone. Will you ever finish blank? No. And that's all I can think of to say. If you want to ask some more questions about my account, then I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comments of this video. So if you have any more, just ask and I'll answer them. Okay, bye.